Kinky Dragon, welcome to my room. Welcome, everyone, to my realm, especially to my fellow Virgos. This is your naturally born hated Virgo speaking, and unfortunately, I'm a little bit under the weather. But fortunately, I pretty much have some medication, so I have taken it, and I should be recovering very soon. Last night, I want to thank everyone who showed up to my meeting. It was incredibly beautiful. Just lots and lots the past several hours. It was just a wonderful experience, and I got to teach a lot of my friends, new and old, right? Um, about Virgos. It was great, you know. Got to meet a lot of Japanese individuals too, and I had a conversation with someone in a dog, Abby with a pink tiara. So it was really nice. Ak Tutu, welcome to my realm. So the purpose of this stream is just to pretty much go over everything that I pretty much went over. Well, what was it? Mrs. Sly Fox, welcome to my round. Just to go over everything that I went over last night. Bear with me. My throat's kind of scratchy, and I need to make some more tea. So, stream won't be too long. But to those who happen to come across, welcome to VSN. This is a group for Virgos by your naturally born hated Virgo. And the main objectives of this group are to simply help other Virgos. I like MTB, welcome to my realm with the smiley face. But the goal is to pretty much help other Virgos connect with others, not just of their own sign, and to, help them with their toxic traits. Now, for those who have been paying attention, especially you, my fellow Virgos, um, there's a literally a whole like set of videos that I made on my YouTube channel about the toxic traits of Virgos and how to conquer each of those traits. I definitely want to go further into the relapse part because relapsing is definitely a thing where you're trying to fight against bad habits and then you just happen to relapse because of a certain event that occurred. And one of those events that can occur for Virgos is schedule conflicts. That's what I'm dealing with right now, but there's really nothing that I can do about it. There's two techniques that I've learned from there's this one book that I read, and my best suggestion is just type in how to survive in a goal-oriented world, and the book should pop up. The Shy Fox, welcome to my realm. And what I've learned is you have to take a slow, deep breath. Well, actually, I didn't learn this from the book, but I've learned this from an article. I can't remember the name of the article. Le Group Despots and Will Smith, welcome to my realm. Um, Lil Cheese Puff, welcome to my realm. So, what I've learned is you have to exhale. Chip, welcome to my realm. But yeah, you have to take a slow, deep breath. Brandon, welcome to my realm. It's not just no, and that's pretty much what you have to do. You have to take a slow, deep breath. I appreciate you for bringing that to my attention. I'm actually working with the Abby Maker so I can have more expressions than this. So, Spidey has arrived. So I'll go ahead and wrap this up because I'm pretty sure that he has a lot that he would like to say. But yes, Faye, Bunny, welcome to my realm. Hello there,
Oh,
Spidey. Welcome to the BSN orientation. This is pretty much the second one that I've done. So if you would like, if you need to speak to me about something, or maybe you could say something that can be very enlightening to the chat or whatnot, that would be great. But yeah, just real quickly,
uh,
um, the whole purpose of the group is just to help other Virgos and teach those that are not Virgos about why we are the way they are, help them with their toxic traits, give them a place, a center where they can release their emotions, and of course, look, explore worlds out there that have not been widely recognized by the big top, furry streamers and brony streamers and whatnot in VR, or just streamers.
yeah.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I was gonna say. Um, that's pretty much what the group represents, and I want to keep it mostly SFW, even though 18 plus topics and 18 plus instances are allowed. But in the SFW instance, I want to keep things, realistic but calm at the same time. If you have any questions, or if you'd like to know when the next group public event is gonna be, just um, you'll just find me. You'll find me on VR chat. Literally, my VR username is the same, you know, as my TikToks. And there you go. Also, hello, Spidey. How are you doing? I got your.
I am good.
That's good. So, what is it that you would like to discuss?
See me, right?
World Warrior 13. Welcome to my room. But no,
Uh,
don't be shy.
this,
Did
uh,
you? Yeah, just talk to me how you normally would talk.
um,
Also, if I feel like I'm dozing off a little bit, it's because I had to take some medicine. So,
uh,
yeah, if I'm
oh,
cold.
Motrin?
Oh, what now?
Oh, nothing.
No, no, no.
Oh,
I just gotta, No, no, no. It's not that. It's just I have to take like amoxicillin stuff. Just have to fight a little bit of a cold or whatever it is.
uh,
All right, Drew. Welcome to my room. But yeah, do you have any
uh,
questions for me, or is there something that's on your mind that you like to discuss? Just
will
leaving.
you make more brony content?
Uh, maybe. Who knows? I will probably make the call sign Blitzen. Welcome to my room. Travel artist looking for work. You or anyone know looking for one. Your best bet is to go on Fiverr, DeviantArt, Blue Sky. There are lots of people looking for artists there. Just work on a portfolio. Work on creating a little ad. JK, Mercado, Groa. Welcome to my room. Just work on creating like a little ad, like commission sheet, and just work on making those accounts on your DeviantArt, Blue Sky, and you'll start getting some commissions.
Are you excited for tomorrow?
Okay, so the Brony content. I will be working on a teaser trailer for where you will see the pony, but the pony is technically quote unquote dead. So I pretty much will mostly be in this. However, for certain individuals who I know that can handle other types of content that I, provide, I can pretty much provide them to that. Or I'll be like in full body and stuff. But I mean, I'm even a full body here. Like I really have plans to like be a full body and stuff, but I just haven't been good. And also, what was the second question? Am I excited
Are
for?
you excited tomorrow?
Of course, I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm excited for the rest of this week. I'm not gonna let some silly. Oh, ZJ Moore walking around. I'm not gonna let some silly cold. Welcome to my realm, and if you have any questions, no, I
I
appreciate.
am nervous.
But yeah, I'm not gonna let the fact that I'm not feeling too good to stop me from enjoying my days. I got the medication. I
Yeah.
just gotta rest. Um, and all is good. I just gotta, just keep it moving. Just eat soup, drink tea, and you know, and I'll be just fine. Doctor already called me in more medicine, so that should be good. Just gotta follow the doctor's orders. But yeah, I am definitely excited for tomorrow because tomorrow's Thursday, and then Friday
Ah,
is when I'm gonna play
wait.
the new Shinobi game. So y'all won't be seeing me on
What?
VR
What?
playing the new Shinobi game.
Monday? Thursday? Payday?
Yeah, today is Wednesday. Tomorrow will be Thursday, and then the day
Friday!
after, yes, Friday, the day that I'll be playing Shinobi. So I'm really, really excited about that.
I am excited for tomorrow because Metal Gear Solid Delta is coming out. The game of my childhood is being remade.
Tell me more about this Metal Gear Solid Delta.
It's a remake of the old Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Yes, I
Nice.
think it was 3.
Okay.
They brought back all the old voice actors.
Excuse me.
It's getting the Unreal Engine treatment. Everything is getting redone.
Everything. Everything?
Oh, well, not everything. It's going to be like a faithful um redo, but it's
Hmm.
just getting a touch up.
Right, I see.
Oh, and they also added some new features as well. Like I saw some. Like, I didn't mean to look at it, but I definitely plan on making a joke on it.
What kind of joke?
It's a it's a grass joke actually, because of how the nature of the feature. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to spoil nobody about it.
Hmm.
Definitely just know it's gonna be like some type of crash.
Uh, okay, so
Probably won't be a good. It probably won't be good, but I would probably make some people laugh or
okay,
happy.
so hold on. So let me get this straight. Um, this remake is it gonna have like? I'm trying to think. Also, Darius, welcome to my realm. Hmm.
You can see the people that join.
Yeah. Um, that's the power of virtual
Type,
desktop.
type, what type of setup do you have?
Um, just your typical gaming PC setup. I only have two monitors.
No, I'm
So,
talking about streaming setup.
well, I'm on TikTok. I'm also streaming on YT and
You know
Troll.
what I always wondered?
What's up?
The
Thank you
folks
for the
with those
likes.
fancy little streaming setups.
Well, everyone sets up their
Like
streaming
how they
equipment
stream
how they
looks
see
like
fit.
way different. Like way different. Like they have those little custom backdrops and everything. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Uh
It's
huh.
pretty cool though.
Helicopter. Welcome to my realm. Yeah, I get what you mean. But yeah, what I was trying to say was, will this um remake have like Easter eggs of like content that was not able to be produced in the original game? Because I love remakes where they like add on to the game of like content that was originally cut, but now can be added on.
And actually, funny enough, I don't know that much. All I saw was a trailer, and I'm like, "Yep, take my money, take it."
Yeah, that
Excited
was
to
me
see
with the
him
new
for
Shinobi
tomorrow.
game. That was literally me. I'm very excited. Can't wait to play it and beat it.
The fun part, the thing that drew me to the Metal Gear series was back in the day.
Hmm.
I was like in like a very heavily religious household, so
Yeah,
a lot of the
aren't we
stuff
all?
I was allowed to do was very limited.
Uh huh.
And the fact that it got past my grandparents was something that I was happy about because they were the strictest. with it, and absolutely no shooting games was allowed. But I was allowed to
That's
put people to sleep
understandable.
and knock them out. So I'm like, yep, I'm gonna do that.
Not even Doom, which is pretty much based off of a character who I wouldn't be surprised is probably overly religious and kills nothing but demons, not humans.
Yeah, no, bro.
That I'll never understand, considering the fact that there is a
Anything like
religious game based off of the Doom series. So,
uh, just no shooting games in general. Didn't matter if it was, you know. Also wasn't allowed to look at Pokemon.
eh, ain't really missing much. Cause hey, look, you can see Pokemon now, and it's still alive and kicking. Same with Digimon. All the
Uh,
old Pokemon cards, all the old Pokemon that you couldn't see, bam, right there. They're still right there. All the 100 plus, 1,000 plus episodes you missed, still right there.
what I like about being older is that for some reason when I got
Langa,
older,
welcome to my realm.
I stopped like they stopped getting on me for stuff so much, and I gained a lot more freedom, even though I still live in this house. So I'm like, more power to me. Get to watch what I want. I get to do what I want.
Well, because
And
they
I'm
see
happy
it
about it.
now as you're an adult, and now you're willing to make your own decisions. You know, as long as you respect the rules of their household. You know, I mean, that's just pretty much how we see it. But that's pretty good, you know, that they're giving you that type of freedom. It's a good feeling. So I don't know what's going on. I gotta figure it out because it's just a sudden change in the weather. Because this is the thing that is so strange. Because I caught it the moment I started feeling sick. I just had to catch it immediately.
Wait,
But the moment I started noticing I was feeling fatigued, when I was like, nope, taking a medicine. Jeremy Willis, welcome to my realm. How you been? So
wait. They're all joining in to see us talk?
do TikTok, yes. Skullomania,
TikTok
welcome back to
got.
my realm. How you doing?
Wait, we're on TikTok?
Mm-hmm. I'm on two other streaming sites too.
Hmm. Wait, don't you guys talk about the Virgo things?
I've already done that. So now that's pretty much it. The one thing I want to emphasize with a lot of VR groups, which is one of my biggest pet peeves, is just that orientations do not have to last an hour. You can literally just rehearse what you're gonna say, get to the point, and and then afterwards have something planned afterwards. Say, okay, we're gonna wait for a little bit, see if anyone else shows up. If not, okay, here is the plan. We can do movies, we could do games. You know, have the community vote on what y'all want to do. Since you all showed up, do y'all want to come up and introduce yourselves? If not, then we can go do to a game world. We can go watch a movie. We can, you know, roll hop. We can do this. You know, that way the community feels like, oh wow, I have choices. You know, instead of just doing the same old. Because with my events, I want to do something. I want to add like a twist to it. But then again, there are some people who, as I've learned, as I continue to learn and relearn from last night, that just want to chill, and that's understandable. See you, Spidey. That was Spidey, everyone. Make sure you check out Circus Spidey on their YouTube channel. They work really hard on their video edits, and they are working on getting a graphic novel to put together or a manga. Uh, Hercules, spelled Herkules. Hercules, I think, or Hercules, or Hercules. Not sure, but welcome to my realm. But does anybody have any questions? I'm gonna give it 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and open up another instance. I can't do color drop because, you know, I'm very congested. So there's only so much I can do. And I will try my best to see if I can get back on full body Friday. Bun slash airs. Welcome to my realm. So now the floor is all yours. If you have any comments, suggestions, if you're one of those users who just wants to ask about furries and bronies, go for it. I will gladly ask. The instance is 13 plus, so anybody that's interested wants to come and ask, that's perfectly fine. The next and last orientation will literally just be later on, be for those that are 18 plus. But yeah, I just want to do something different that I noticed from a lot of groups of what they're not doing. uh, yeah, I got to make some more tea. Go on, drink some tea, drink lots of water, and hopefully I can eat something. The good news is I'm able to taste. Usually when I'm sick, I can't taste anything. So the fact that I can taste something is just mere weather change. So it's just the mucus and whatnot's just trying to work through my body. And if I don't take care of it, it will turn into a sinus infection slash bronchitis. But luckily, I was able to take care of it. So I took a prednisone, I took a amoxicillin, and it's knocking it out. So that's good. Excuse me, sorry. So yeah, gotta get all the phlegm out my system. That's just a sign of fall season, but it's never usually this bad. Plus, I want to make sure that I feel good for my birthday. Speaking of which, does anyone have a birthday today? No birthdays? Okay. If you do, I hope you have a wonderful birthday. I mean, I understand that's what I used to do under the moniker of YPY, but nothing wrong with still acknowledging someone's birthday. It only comes once a year. I don't think anyone's that heartless. I mean, heck, I think even emo and golfs at least acknowledge their best friend's birthday. So let's go ahead and just, while we're waiting at least 7 more minutes, let's just go ahead and just throw a few Carter topics out there. Number Frogger, 93. Welcome to my realm. Dexy, welcome to my realm. So let's throw a few topics here. We can talk about some good news. We can talk about food. We can talk about art. I just need some topics here, because I've already done the orientation part. That's done. And then I'm pretty much going to reopen the instance. If any of you are in VR, you would like to join me, you can. One sec. My apologies. Ugh. But if it's coming out, it's coming out. You're gonna join me? Awesome. If you have any questions about Virgos, let me know. Um, that will, that will gladly, pretty much make the process a little bit faster, for some people. So Dexy's gonna join. Make sure you check out Dexy. Make sure you check out Number Frogger, and also make sure you check out Your Girl Sky. I haven't done shoutouts in a while, so guess I will do them every blue moon. It's just good for people to be recognized because you just never know. Life is a mystery, and sometimes you think that you're doing stuff for yourself when you could be doing it for, you know, a greater good, and you don't even realize it. Also, this music is quite relaxing. Very peaceful, very calm. Just what I like. Just what I need. We got 5 more minutes. So I thought to myself, should my character, like this persona, be a shapeshifter or whatnot? And I thought to myself, nah, nah, want some variety. But he has the ability to summon other ghosts or characters. I guess it could do that. Jacob Taylor, welcome to my room. Excuse me. But yeah, teaser trailer is in the works, coming soon. We could see more of the pony. GT Blader, welcome to my room. And thank you so much, and eternal gratitude for the follow, GT Blader. So yeah, starting to nod off a bit and hydrate, drink some water. I had a lot of fun with the full body tracking, honestly. Hopefully, I can leave tomorrow. Pardon me. As disgusting as this may be, it's the only way I can get the phlegm. There is nothing I can do about this. Nothing I can do at all. And I can't keep constantly muting myself over and over again, especially when it comes out quickly. It comes out, phlegm comes out a lot more quickly than I can hit the mute button. I wouldn't wish this on anybody, but luckily I was able to catch it before it spread, so good on me for that. I'm currently wearing a hoodie, so yeah. But yeah, this will pretty much be taken care of. Also, one more thing I forgot with this group, we're also going to learn about different types of Virgos, and I'll probably give assignments to, my fellow Virgos about, list one thing that you notice from this Virgo that you can relate to your life, and state what that means. Oh, my dog is looking at me, make sure I'm okay. Yeah. Well. Call sign Blitzen, welcome back to my room. Jay, welcome back to my room. There was something that a certain streamer said. I think their name goes by Bandit Fun, and they said something that kind of puzzled me. So, hold on, give me a sec. Sugar, welcome to my round. Ugh. Ugh. Anyway, but what they said was make sure you check them out. By the way, um, they said something about how they no longer add friends on here because they have been betrayed multiple times. Also, Neon Phoenix VR, welcome to my realm. Here's my response to, you know, what they stated. In this life, you're going to be betrayed by people, whether you like it or not. You're going to be hurt by people. But at the same time, you're going to be healed and loved by people. You can't find good people without suffering and being betrayed multiple times. Excuse me. Because through the suffering and learning, right, through all the bad experience that you have with those quote unquote bad people, is how you find good people. If every person that you met in your life was just crystal clear, perfect, no issues, nothing, you would never know a person's true intentions. So, yes, when you find good people, you're going to have to suffer. You're going to have to be betrayed. You're going to have to cry many days, many nights, get angry. You may have to go off on a few folks, which I don't recommend, whatever it is that you have to do. But in the midst of all of that, the worst thing that you can do is give up on making friends, give up on meeting people, give up on giving people chances. Because in all actuality, to people that say stuff like, I don't want to add people in my life because I've been betrayed, you have already betrayed yourself because now you have enclosed yourself off to the point where you are going to pretty much have yourself surrounded by anybody. But that person that may end up being your best friend, that may end up helping you out of a terrible situation, you close them off because of the fact that you haven't healed on the inside. You know, you have to understand this one thing. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. You'll never be perfect. You'll never be just right for the world. The world will always want for you. The world is always going to want you to do this and step this way and move this way and learn this and learn that. And if you don't know who you are and if you don't know the type of direction that you want to go in, guess what? The world's going to constantly keep telling you you're not good enough. You can't do this. You can't do that. And that is when you're going to start being bitter. The bitterness doesn't come from the people constantly betraying you or hurting you. The bitterness comes from the fact that you allow yourself to be let down by people because you want to pretty much think that they, you know, have to pretty much be at your level. And that is not a thing. Just checking on my mother. Also, hello, and Rex, hello, welcome to my realm. But yeah, I hear people say this stuff all the time. And there was a point in my life where I thought the same thing when I was young. One of the things I used to say was, "Oh, I ain't never, ever gonna date again. There ain't never gonna be another one like her." And this was back in elementary school. Oh, I'm never gonna love again. I'm never this and that. And you know, Tech, welcome to Mirage. And I'm telling you, that's one of the biggest deceivers of life. When you stop caring for people, when you stop giving yourself a chance to not only be loved, but to allow yourself to feel a little something that's pain, you're not going to grow. I'm sorry to say this, but every person that you meet that is quote unquote your friend is probably holding a lot more dark secrets than you need to know about. But the one thing that you definitely guarantee when it comes to a Virgo, we'll tell it all because we want you to know this is who we are. Love us or hate us, but at least you know we don't play no okey doke. Rain check, it's good to see you again. Welcome to my round. Twilight Sparkle, welcome to my round. Because there's just too many people in this world that are so bitter, so angry, so mean because they have not fully understood this one thing, that people are going to not only heal, but they're going to hurt. And this is even coming from good people. Good people even have their moments where they do wrong. And there are ways to deal with set people like that. And it depends on their maturity level and whatnot. Some of these people, you got to be upfront with them, let them know they're wrong. And then they have to mature afterwards. And then with others, sometimes you just got to let them go. Sometimes you got to hit that block button, you know? But you can't close people off. You just, your reality is not the reality that God has envisioned for the world. Yeah, I'm going to go there. It's not. So your reality of oh, people have to be like this and be super manly and be super clean, keep living because that's not how life works. You're going to deal with folks that are nasty. You're going to deal with folks that cough in the air. You're going to deal with folks that cuss like a sailor. You're going to deal with folks that don't wipe behind their tail every day, but only do it some days. If you don't know how to set those boundaries and set a structure for yourself where you don't let stuff like that get to you, you're going to forever be miserable. This world is way too big. It's bigger than the state you in. It's bigger than the country you're in. It's bigger than politics. It's bigger than all the churches that you see, these mega churches. It is so much bigger. But all you have to do is allow yourself to feel. No more trying to be hardened. No more trying to, you know, none of that. You're human. You're going to cry. You're going to get mad. You're going to be sad. But you have to understand something. These are temporary feelings. And as you feel, you're learning on how to progress through set feelings. Hopefully, I'm making a lot of sense here. If you don't, my fellow Virgos, I know you're listening to me. So there you go. I'm going to be quiet now because I literally just told the truth. And a lot of people didn't like it, and that's fine. Folks, this is why I'm a naturally born hated Virgo for a reason. Because when my mouth starts moving and flapping and I start telling the truth, or the one time you mention the word God, people start running. Because the truth is scary to people. It's scary to people and they don't like it because they rather be stuck in a delusion because the delusion feels nice. The delusion comforts people. The delusion keeps people in a state where they cannot grow. I was having this conversation with somebody during my last stream, last two streams, and you know, and this young lady stated that the furry community is such and such and whatnot, and I pretty much stated that while that may be true, I choose to acknowledge the good of the community and not always the bad because it's not just as simple as take the good with the bad. It's about how to progress through the bad and still be able to remember the good. That takes a whole level of maturity. And this maturity comes from hurt. It comes from pain. It comes from me crying, behind closed doors. It comes from prayers. It comes from, just so many things that you can think of. It has nothing to do with, oh, I'm Mr. Perfect. No, this is just someone who wants to evolve because they choose to evolve. I'm choosing to evolve. I'm choosing to allow myself to go through because I have to go through. If I've never been sick in my entire life, how in the world do you think I would ever empathize with someone that was ever sick? I would look at them and say, huh, well, maybe it's your diet, or maybe it's this, or maybe it's that. See, judgmental people come from folks who have never went through a lot in their life. You will never, ever, ever, ever find a person that is judgmental and goes to hell at the same time. Most judgment. people are those who got it easy and got things handed to them. Oh, some of them, I will admit, they work hard, but those are the types of people that literally will act as if the world owes them and nothing bad can ever happen to them. But the moment something happens to them, the moment they get that news that their mom or their dad or whatnot got cancer or whatnot, I guarantee you that judgmental attitude is going to turn into humbleness. And ain't nothing like being humbled, right? A good old slice of humble pie. Oh, it's delicious at first, but it tastes bitter afterwards. And the reason why it tastes bitter is because if you are a certain somebody who has been judgmental and constantly looking at people a certain way and not look at yourself in the mirror, my favorite thing to say to people is, I want you to look at yourself in the mirror. And sometimes I deal with arrogant people that say yes because they're being sarcastic, but deep down, there's something wrong. If your enjoyment comes out of seeing misery in others, if your joy comes from the fact that you close so many people opportunities off, if your joy comes from constantly ranting and venting and talking about your problems, something wrong, something wrong. And I'm just gonna tell you that right now, something wrong in here, and there's nothing I can really do about it, but just guide you, and that's it. And Virgos, I'm gonna teach you a lot of tips if you choose to accept them. Because if you take my tips, and this is all free of charge, I ain't charging nothing. I'm gonna give you these tips, and these tips are gonna help you, and you're gonna be able to go through this life a lot more at peace. I get it. Happiness doesn't exist. Peace does. Peace. Peace. I say peace over happiness any day because anyone can be happy and they do things that deceive themselves being happy. But peace is something that only you can allow someone else to take. Last night, I was feeling a little ill, and after I was done my little events and whatnot, and there was something that, a friend of mine said something about my full body tracking, and it kind of bugged me a bit. But you know what I did? I stopped, I took a nice, slow, deep breath, and I started thinking to myself, what is it that Wilkins should be doing to make himself happy? I got tons of invites from someone else that want me to join their little event. And I just pretty much was like, give me 15 minutes. I tried to send them invites. I don't know how they responded to it. They were too busy or whatnot. It didn't matter. So guess what ended up happening? I shrugged my shoulders. I took the headset off. I charged. I went in the kitchen. I started cleaning. I started cooking me some food. I started dancing. I started smiling. And then before you know it, I honestly forgot about what my friend said and what my other friend was trying to do, send me all those invites. And I enjoyed the rest of my day. And then guess what happened? When I was in the world by myself, one, two, three, four, five of my friends came in to check in on me and just see how I was doing. And we had a good time. We laughed and we just had ourselves a wonderful conversation. See, that's the power of being able to control those inner thoughts of yours, Virgos, and those that are not Virgos. That's power right there. The fact that, oh man, something happened and caused my mood to be disgruntled. So then I started thinking to myself, you know what? Last morning wasn't so bad. I actually chuckled at some of the conversations that I overheard while I was asleep. I got to spend time with my dog. I got to have a strawberry pineapple smoothie. I got to spend time with people that I care about. Hoshi the cat, welcome to my room. I got to make somebody who I now made a mod for my channel happy. You know, it's just when I thought about all of that, it just put a big old giant smile on my face. I'm feeling a little sick, Hoshi, so but I'm good. I'm actually about to change instances because this meetup is pretty much over. And then I got one more, which would be just for the adults. And I think I'll do that on the other platform. Excuse me. But hey, I think you all get the point. I think y'all get in. If you don't, well, I tried. That's all I can say. I tried. Vent. What in the world is this world? Make it group public. 18 plus verification. Join. I think some of the imagery here is probably going to get me suspended, but it's fine. Because they suspend me, I'm like, woof. Break time, folks. Break time. Remember what I said? Suspension equals break time. Oh, for a second, I thought that was a bunch of blood splattered on the wall. But we'll see. So, someone by the name of Premium, squared, made this world. And it's called Vent. So, yeah, it's just called Vent. Well, it's a nice vent, all right. So, I don't know. Made in under 50 hours. That is definitely quite the accomplishment there. Gonna end stream in just a moment, or I'm gonna go somewhere else. Mm-mm. I'm gonna go somewhere else, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little break. Do, 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 do. Where do I go? Uh. Oh yeah, I want to check out this world. Group public and other. XXX Femboy XXX. Welcome to my realm. The furry zone. They forgot the letter E. And this is a huge PlayStation 4 controller. The furry zone, created by Wolf with idea based on Amazon package, main lobby default music, PC only, made by XTF50. SoundCloud special thanks to my friends. I don't know any of them, but they all seem like wonderful lads and lasses. We got the NES controller. A little bit laggy over here, but how do we get over there? Oh, I guess that's just all for show. I think I'm not sure. This is very disorienting. Oh, it says use the start button. That's cool. Turn off floating cubes. And of course, we got everyone's favorite, the mirror. Rat, welcome to my room. We got Toby. And we got this giant. Is this a quest 2 or quest 3? This is definitely a quest 2. Click to open portal for private theater. Uh, this is a very interesting world. And there's a private theater here. This is not so bad. A little bit disorienting, but I think that's the intention. I like it. Cyberpunk Skybox. Oh, you could change the skyboxes too. Fantastic Skybox. Cyberpunk. We'll go with Cyberpunk. Excuse me. Welcome back, Jeremy. Did you enjoy your lunch or breakfast? I'm not sure what time it is for you, honestly. Doing good, doing good, doing good. I'll give this 9 more minutes. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and open up one more. Actually, I'll keep the instance up like this. Fine. And then for the 18 plus instance, what I'll do is like for the orientation, what I'll do is same thing. I'll just talk, and then I'll whatnot. Probably my shortest stream. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna play the orientation video from last night. There may be a little bit of a lag spike. That's because the world was laggy, and then we'll go from there. So I shall be back. My fellow Virgos, feeling lost, feel a little bit alone, or just don't fully understand the world that you live in? Well, trust me, I feel the same way. For I am one of you, and we are all, regardless of our background, race, gender, religion, political values, we're all one and the same. And we're all just seeking some type of purpose here in this world that is constantly changing. My name is Wilkins, and I am your naturally born hated Virgo. Join me during this orientation as you pretty much will see that you are not alone in this journey of self discovery. Follow me. My fellow Virgos, whether you're here or not or with me in spirit, welcome to the first orientation of VSN. That stands for Virgo Station Network. The purpose of this group is to educate those that are non Virgos, the ones that unfortunately can't join the group, but to fully welcome those who are Virgos who pretty much have, you know, birthday around August and September. Now, you're probably asking yourselves, what is a Virgo and why does this matter? Well, I'll tell you. You see, when I first got on this app and I started making friends and whatnot, my main purpose and goal was to help people, get them to where they need to be, and then pretty much go on about my business. If I end up being a friend, awesome. If not, then at least I done my part. You see, Virgos think a lot differently from many other signs, and unfortunately, they're one of the more abused signs. I can see it. I can see that you have been betrayed, hurt. I see that you have moments where you run away, mentally instead of, physically. You had to put yourself in positions where you personalize everything because you too have dealt with people who you've helped and they stabbed you in the back. Trust me, I've been there. So, enough with the chit chat because I know you all know the details, but not everyone here is a Virgo. So, what's the purpose of this group? The purpose of this group is to bring about all fellow Virgos. Preferably those that are furry and brawny, but if that's not the case, that's perfectly fine. Um, I just want you all to know that you're not alone. That I too have been hurt and I've cried and I had lost friends and had my heart crushed more than once. But you're probably thinking to yourself, you can't be one of us because you're not bitter. You're not angry. You're not frustrated. I want to show you all that there is hope for us. That, yeah, the world, criticize us and they give us all these sorts of stereotypes throughout media. I want to show you that there are people like me and so many others out there that have been through what you went through, but because they decided to take that extra step and ask for help and swallow their pride and not believe in the lies of perfection, they were able to be healed, just like I was able to be healed. You see, this persona means a lot to me because, as you can see, a lot of these ghosts right here represent something. You see, you have the purple dragon here. This represents Dragneer. Without Dragneer, I wouldn't even have a virtual place to call home. Before, there was VR chat, it was a place called Fur Affinity. And no, it wasn't perfect. And of course, as Virgos pretty much predicted, some of the issues with it. We commend and we appreciate the hard work and effort that Dragneer has put into that app. 20 plus years, mind you, before his passing. And then we have the green, which represents my deceased friend, Dragneer Yuki, who it still hurts, but hey, at least they're with me. And then, of course, those who probably are in the know, the pink butterfly is self explanatory. And this represents someone who has given me literally some of the best weeks of my life. But unfortunately, due to their trauma and the fact that they became a victim of it, well, they are just nothing but that, a memory. The last thing she told me is that she wants to be free like a butterfly. So there's that. For anonymous reasons, I will not state her name or aliases. And if you look over here, that's the pony. I know it's hard to see, but there's the pony. So that's pretty much based off of the pony Sona. And then over here is just some artwork based off of a comic that an author acquaintance, well, maybe friend, I'm not sure, introduced me to. And the furry comic is called Jack. This particular comic pretty much will expose a lot of the dark secrets of the world, but explains it in a way where, you could tell it's inspired by South Park and Simpsons and whatnot, but it pretty much, talks to you in a way where it doesn't treat you like a child. So let's just say you happen to be a teenager that reads these comics. It will explain it in a way where you fully understand that not everyone in this world is pure and can't be pure because it is nearly impossible. So, what does this all mean, right? Well, I've been watching you all for the longest. I have. One of the things that I said when I was a child was, That was the first orientation meeting. And that's pretty much everything I need to say. So, pretty straightforward, don't you think? All right, well, the hour is up. And it is time for me to move on to my next stream. This is your naturally born hated Virgo speaking. Also, by the way, thank you, TikTok, for stating the same old, what's the error again? Um, it violates community guidelines because your content's unoriginal. Well, if you think I'm unoriginal, too bad, because I'm still going to be here. I am your naturally born hated Virgo speaking. Thank you all so much. Internal gratitude for the roses and hearts and whatnot. And I have no choice but to take a nap. Now, on to my YouTube and my. So, onto my YouTube and Trovo. There was a video that I did not share with you all, but you probably heard something in the background. I showed that on my TikTok. But it's fine because this group is only for those who are Virgos. Now, I have already hosted a lot of these meetups, and I've done one. I'm doing two, and I'm just trying to figure out now because again, there's only so much I can do. So much I can do. My head. Oh, my head is spinning. All right. Yeah, my head is spinning. Dexty is yeah. I don't see Dexty. I was waiting for them, but I guess something came up. Man, I had other plans. I know I did, but I can't think of them because this medicine's making me tired. I'm gonna go ahead and take me a little break then. All right then. Well, to those on YouTube and Trovo, eternal gratitude and oh, eternal gratitude. This is your naturally born hated Virgo speaking. Taking a nap.